Hello, this is Scotty Doggy and welcome to my video. Today we're going to be benchmarking Call of Duty Warzone. The system I'm using has a Intel 10850K with a GB Eagle OC RTX 3080 and 32GB worth of Corsair Vengeance RAM. And obviously for the monitor I'm using a Samsung Odyssey G9 which has a 5120 by 1440p resolution. It has a 240Hz panel and has HDR 1000. Call of Duty Warzone does natively support the resolution of this monitor, including the aspect ratio. Also, the game does have HDR support. For the benchmarking, we are going to have 4 different presets in which I will play 5 games on each one to work out an average. These presets are lowest, low normal, normal high, and highest. Also, I'll be testing with the latest NVIDIA graphics driver of the time of recording, and daily download limit and texture cache size will be maximum 64GB, and dynamic resolution will be disabled. And we start with the first preset, which is the lowest preset, which is pretty much every setting in the game disabled or at its lowest setting. The VRAM usage clocks in at 2728 megabytes. And here we have the benchmark results for the lowest preset. So in the first match we had a 159.7 average. On the second match we had a 162.1. On the third match we had a 169.6. On the fourth match we had a 159.2. And on the fifth match we had a 158.9. Doing the math means that gives us an average of 161.9 on the lowest preset. Changing from the lowest to the low normal preset, the texture is now increased to the low preset, the shadow map resolution is increased to normal, the particle lighting has increased to normal, the ambient inclusion has changed to static objects GTAO, the screen space reflection is now on low, the anti-aliasing is now SMAA 1 times, and the VRAM usage is clocked in at 2920 megabytes. And here are the results for the low normal preset. The first match clocked in at 146.1. The second match clocked in at 146.7. The third match clocked in at 147.1. The fourth match clocked in at 144.6. And the fifth match clocked in at 146.4. So doing the math gives us a 5-game average of 146.2 on the low normal preset. Changing to the normal high preset, the anisotropic texture filtering, the texture resolution and streaming quality are now on normal. The on-demand texture streaming and bullet impacts and sprays are now enabled, and tessellation is on near. DirectX ray tracing, sun and spot shadows are now enabled. The screen space reflection is now on normal. The ambient inclusion is now dynamic objects MDAO, and the particle lighting and shadow map resolution are now on high. Also, anti-aliasing is now on filmic SMAA 2 times. Depth of field has been enabled, same with world motion blur and weapon motion blur. VRAM clocked in at 5175 megabytes. And the results, so the first match came in at 128.3, the second match came in at 131.5, the third match came in at 137.2, the fourth match came in at 130.5, and the final match came in at 126.2. Doing the math, that gives us a 5-game average of 130.9. 10.7 on the normal high preset. And we move on to the final preset, which is the highest preset, which is simply every setting in the game turned on to its maximum setting. Within this setting, the VRAM clocked in at 6,603 megabytes. And the results, so the first match came in at 116, the second match came in at 111.4, the third match came in at 113, the fourth match came in at 117.8, and the final match came in at 115.3. So with the highest preset in the game, we get a 5-game average of 114.7. And now a review of all the preset results. Comparing the lowest to the low normal preset, you can see a decrease in average FPS by 9.7%. Going from the low normal preset to the normal high preset, you can see an average decrease in FPS by 10.6%. Going from the normal high preset to the highest preset, you can see a decrease in average FPS by 12.2%. And for the final comparison, we've gone from the lowest preset to the highest preset, which you can see an average FPS decrease of 29.1%. And now for an overview of the game. Like if you liked the video, dislike it if you didn't, and if you've got any suggestions for games or feedback, let me know. Thanks a lot.
redeployment. Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. It's time. Break some.